Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about the basic models of ANN. ANN is here artificial neural networks. ANN is an information processing model that is inspired by BNN such as brain process information. So ANN is the information processing model. It will process the information that is inspired by BNN. Here BNN is the biological neural network. Now you see here the basic model of ANN. This is the basic model of ANN. So here x1, x2, xn are called as input values. W1, W2 so on up to Wn are called as weights. B is called as bias. So this is called as activation function, which will be represented by using F. Here this sigma nothing but we are going to multiply x nothing but input, W nothing but weights and bias. Xi Wi plus B. So this is a output. So overall this is called as ANN model. In this x1, x2, xn are input values, W1, W2, Wn are called as weights, B is the bias. Here Yn is equal to Xi Wi plus B. So sigma is there. So we are going to multiply input values with weight plus bias. So this is all about the ANN basic model. The ANN has input denoted as x1, x2 so on up to xn. Yes, x1, x2 so on up to xn. Each line connecting these inputs to the neuron and assigned to weight. So these are called as weights, which are denoted as W1, W2 so on up to Wn. So Yn is equal to x1 y1, x1 w1 plus x2 w2 plus x3 w3 so on up to xn wn. Now what is the net input? Yn is equal to sigma in xi wi plus b. So this is called as a output value. So this is all about the ANN basic model. Now we'll see here the basic models of ANN continuation. So the models of ANN are specified by three entities, that is the model synaptic interconnection, the training rules, then their activation functions. Interconnections, learning rules and activation functions. Now you can see here there exist completely 5 types of neural network architecture. So in the ANN we have completely 5 models: single layer feed forward network, multi-layer feed forward network, single node with its own feedback, single layer recurrent network, multi-layer recurrent network. So let me explain this very short way. Single layer feed forward network. It contains only inputs and outputs. Multi-layer feed forward network. It contains inputs, outputs as well as a hidden layer. Single node with its own feedback. It contains the feedback. Single layer recurrent network, multi-layer recurrent network. So here recurrent means loops. Loops are there. So in the single node with its own feedback, it contains feedback, but these two are does not have any feedback. These two are having loops, recurrent nothing but loops. So let me explain one by one. What is this single layer feed forward network? Here single layer feed forward network nothing but a feed forward network is a type of ANN where connections between nodes that do not form a cycle. So it do not form a cycle. A single layer feed forward network, also known as perceptron, is the simplest type of ANN. It consists of input layer directly connected to the output layer with no hidden layers in between. So remember, in single layer feed forward network, we have only input layer directly connected to the output layer, but it does not have any hidden layers. Now this is a diagram for single layer feed forward network. These are called as input values, these are called as output values. One input is connected with three output values. One input is connected with three output values. One input is connected with three output values. Now let me explain about second one, what we have here, multi-layer feed forward network. So we will discuss about the now multi-layer feed forward network. So this is all about the multi-layer feed forward network. You can see here in the multi-layer feed forward network, it is also known as multi-layer perceptron MLP. It consists of input layer, one or more hidden layer and output layer. So in the previous one we received only inputs as well as outputs, but now we are going to have one more which is called as a hidden layer, So in the previous one we have only input and output. We are going to add one more thing which is called as a hidden layer. So the difference between single layer feed forward and multi-layer feed forward, we have added only one extra thing which is called as a hidden layer. So let me explain about next third one, which is called as single node with its own feedback. So this is called as single node with its own feedback. Input is there, output is there, moreover here we have feedback is there. When output can be generated back as inputs it to the same layer or preceding layers, then it results in feedback networks. So recurrent networks are feedback networks with closed loops. This is called as a loop. The above figure shows a single recurrent network having single neuron with its feedback itself. So here when we send the input, here output will be generated, feedback is going to be generated into the input. So it indicates. Okay, so next one what we have, single layer recurrent network. So this is called as a single layer recurrent network. So this is a x1, x2, so on up to xn input values, w11, w22, wn, these are called as weights. So here y1, y2, so on up to yn is called as a output values. Here this will be connected with 1, 2, 3. Here it is connected with 1, 2, 3. It is connected with 1, 2, 3. So here we are going to have something like a recurrent network. This is called as a recurrent. So what is in the recurrent? It is going to generate the loops. So the about the network is a single layer network with its feedback connection, in which the processing element output can be directed back to itself or to another processing element or both. So this is called as a single layer recurrent network. So finally what we have, multi-layer recurrent network. In this we are going to have x1, x2, xn, z1, z2, zm. So remember in the above diagram we have only one, but in this we are going to have two values. You see here in the multi-layer recurrent, in this type of network, processing element output can be directed to the processing element in the same layer and in the preceding layer, forming a multi-layer recurrent network. Okay, if you see here in this diagram we have only single layer. This is only single layer, but if you see we are going to have multi-layer. Here it is going to have y1, y2, y3 which is connected. So as well as here you see v11, v22, vk2 is there, which is connected with these nodes. So here v1 is connected with z1, v1 is connected with this z2, v11 is connected with zm. So this is all about the multi-layer recurrent network. So multi-layer recurrent network is always provides the loops. So this is all about the what we have 5 basic models of this single layer feed forward network. So remember, only important point is single layer feed forward network is having inputs and outputs. Multi-layer feed forward networks are having inputs, outputs as well as a hidden layer. Single node with its own feedback. It contains the feedback. A recurrent layer, a single layer recurrent network. It is going to have loops. It is going to have loops with a single layer. Multi-layer recurrent network. So it is going to have more than one layer recurrent network. So this is all about the what we have 5 basic models of ANN. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.